I've always been curious. I love that screen persona you have. Congratulations on Roadhouse.
Thank you.
You guys got a big...
When people talk about classic action movies from the late 1980s, one film that almost always comes up is Roadhouse. Released in 1989, this movie quickly became popular because of its exciting bar fights, strong characters, and simple but powerful story. At the center of the film is Dalton, a calm but dangerous bouncer played by Patrick Swayze. He is hired to clean up a violent bar in a small town, where trouble happens almost every night. But while Dalton is the main character, another figure in the film left a very deep impression on audiences. That character is Wade Garrett, played by Sam Elliott. With his deep voice, relaxed attitude, and iconic mustache, Elliot brought a unique charm and wisdom to the role. Many fans believe that his performance added heart and balance to the movie. However, what many people did not realize at the time is that during the filming of Roadhouse, there were quiet struggles happening behind the scenes. While the camera showed intense action and dramatic moments, some personal challenges were kept private, especially by actors who believe in staying professional no matter what. This hidden side of filmmaking adds another layer to how we understand the movie today. It reminds us that what we see on screen is often only part of the story. Behind every scene, there are real people working hard, sometimes dealing with issues that the audience never sees. Even after many years, fans are still discovering interesting facts about how Roadhouse was made and what it took to bring the story to life. Looking back now, it becomes clear that the making of the film was just as interesting as the story shown in it. The dedication of the cast and crew helped turn a simple idea into a movie that people still watch and talk about today. Before Roadhouse became a well-known action film, it started as a basic idea inspired by real life. The writers wanted to tell a story about the hidden world of bar security and the people who worked in it. In many towns, especially in the United States, certain bars were known for being dangerous places where fights could happen at any moment. To control these situations, professional bouncers were hired. These individuals had to be strong, but also smart and calm, because their job was not just to fight, but to prevent problems from getting worse. This idea became the foundation of Dalton's character. He was not just someone who used force, but someone who believed in discipline and control. His famous rule, "Be nice," showed that true strength does not always come from aggression. Sometimes, the strongest person is the one who stays calm under pressure. This message made the story more meaningful and helped it stand out from other action films of that time. That is, the story of Roadhouse continues to develop. One of the most important elements that makes the film stand out is a relationship between Dalton and Wade Garrett. While Dalton represents a younger, more controlled approach to handling conflict, Garrett reflects experience, wisdom, and a deep understanding of human nature. The character of Wade Garrett, played by Sam Elliott, is not just another supporting role. Instead, he acts as a mentor figure who brings balance to the story. Garrett has spent many years working as a professional bouncer, and through those years, he has learned when to fight and when to step back. This makes him different from other characters in the film who often act without thinking. His calm and thoughtful personality creates a strong contrast with the chaos that surrounds a double deuce bar. When Garrett finally arrives in the story, his presence immediately changes the atmosphere. People respect him not because he is loud or aggressive, but because of his confidence and quiet strength. This kind of character is rare in action films, where many roles focus only on physical power. Garrett shows that true strength also comes from patience and understanding. On the other hand, Dalton, played by Patrick Swayze, is still learning how to deal with the emotional side of his work. While he is skilled in fighting, he sometimes struggles with the weight of responsibility that comes with trying to bring order to a dangerous environment. This is where Garrett's role becomes even more important. He not only supports Dalton in difficult moments, but also reminds him to stay grounded and focused. Their friendship feels real and meaningful, which helps the audience connect with the story on a deeper level. Instead of being just another action movie filled with fights, Roadhouse becomes a story about trust, respect, and loyalty between two individuals who understand each other. Behind the scenes, this strong connection between the characters was made possible by the professionalism and dedication of the actors themselves. Sam Elliott was already known for his calm and confident acting style, which made him perfect for the role of Garrett. He did not need to overact or force emotions, because his natural presence was enough to bring the character to life. At the same time, Patrick Swayze brought energy, focus, and determination to his role as Dalton. His background in dance and physical training allowed him to perform many of the fight scenes with realism and control. When these two different styles came together, they created a powerful on-screen partnership that felt believable and engaging. However, while the film shows a strong and steady performance from Elliot, there were moments during filming that were not as easy as they appeared. Like many actors, he had to deal with long working hours, physically demanding scenes, and the pressure to deliver a consistent performance. Even though he maintained a calm and composed image, it is important to remember that actors are human and often face challenges that they choose to keep private. This idea connects back to the hidden side of filmmaking, where not everything is visible to the audience. The ability of actors like Elliot to remain professional, even during difficult times, is one of the reasons why their performances continue to be respected and remembered. In the end, the relationship between Dalton and Garrett is not just a part of the story, but one of the key reasons why Roadhouse has remained popular for so many years. One of the biggest reasons why Roadhouse became such a memorable film is because of intense and realistic action scenes, which were very different from many other movies of that time. Instead of focusing only on flashy moves or perfectly choreographed fights, the filmmakers wanted every fight to feel raw, messy, and unpredictable, just like real-life bar fights. This approach made the action more believable and helped the audience feel like they were part of the environment. To achieve this level of realism, the production team brought in a skilled martial artist named Benny Orquidez, who was responsible for designing the fight sequences. He was already well known for his experience in kickboxing and martial arts, and he understood how to create action that looked powerful without putting the actors at serious risk. His goal was not to make the fights look clean or perfect, but to make them feel dangerous and fast, where anything could happen at any moment. Chairs were smashed, glass bottles were broken, and punches came from all directions, creating a sense of chaos that matched the story of a troubled bar filled with aggressive customers. The actors had to train very hard to perform these scenes in a convincing way. Patrick Swayze took his preparation seriously and spent months learning fighting techniques, so that his movements would look natural on screen. His background in dance gave him good control over his body, which helped him perform many of his own stunts. This dedication added a strong sense of realism to the film, because audiences could see that the action was not fake or exaggerated. Instead, it felt grounded and intense, which made every fight scene more exciting to watch. While Swayze handled many physically demanding moments, Sam Elliott approached his role in a slightly different way. His character, Wade Garrett, was not just about physical strength, but also about presence and control. When Garrett entered a scene, he did not need to fight immediately to show his power. His calm attitude and confident body language were enough to make others take him seriously. This contrast between Dalton's active fighting style and Garrett's quiet strength added depth to the action. It showed that there are different ways to handle conflict, and not every problem needs to be solved with force. However, even with careful planning and professional training, filming these action scenes was not easy. Actors often had to repeat the same fight multiple times to capture the perfect shot, which could be physically exhausting. Long hours on set, combined with intense movements, sometimes led to minor injuries like bruises or cuts. Despite these challenges, the cast remained committed to delivering the best possible performance. This level of dedication is something that audiences do not always see, but it plays a huge role in creating a film that feels real and engaging. At the same time, there were also quiet pressures that actors carried during filming. While the movie focuses on action and strength, the people behind the scenes had to deal with fatigue, stress, and personal responsibilities. In some cases, these challenges were kept private, as actors chose to focus on their work rather than talk about their struggles. This hidden side of production reminds us that filmmaking is not just about entertainment, but also about hard work, discipline, and perseverance. When viewers watch Roadhouse today, they are not only seeing exciting fight scenes, but also the result of countless hours of effort and commitment from everyone involved. This is one of the reasons why the film continues to stand out even after many years. While the action and strong characters played a major role in the success of Roadhouse, another important element that made the film unforgettable was its atmosphere. From the moment the audience is introduced to Double Deuce Bar, there is a clear sense that this is not an ordinary place. It feels rough, unpredictable, and filled with tension. The filmmakers worked carefully to create an environment that looked and felt real, almost as if viewers were standing inside the bar themselves. Loud music, crowded spaces, broken glass, and shouting customers all helped build this sense of chaos. Every small detail was designed to make the setting believable. The lighting was often dim and slightly smoky, which matched the look of many real bars during that time. Background actors were encouraged to behave naturally, adding to the feeling that anything could happen at any moment. This attention to detail made the scenes feel authentic instead of staged. Actors like Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott had to perform their roles while surrounded by this noisy and chaotic environment, which made their work even more challenging. They had to stay focused and deliver strong performances despite the distractions around them. One of the most interesting parts of this atmosphere is the contrast between chaos and control. Dalton often enters the bar quietly, observing everything before taking action. He does not rush into fights without understanding the situation. In a similar way, when Wade Garrett appears later in the story, he brings a calm presence that stands out against the disorder of the bar. This contrast helps show why these characters are respected. They are not just fighters, but professionals who know how to handle dangerous situations with discipline. This balance between calmness and chaos adds depth to the film and makes it more engaging for the audience. However, creating such an intense atmosphere on set was not always easy for the cast and crew. Filming in a space that was designed to look crowded and unpredictable meant that coordination was very important. Camera operators, lighting teams, stunt coordinators, and actors all had to work together carefully to make sure that every scene looked realistic without becoming unsafe. This required strong teamwork and communication. At the same time, long hours and repeated takes could become tiring, especially when combined with physically demanding scenes. Actors had to maintain their energy and focus throughout the filming process, even when they were exhausted. For experienced actors like Sam Elliott, staying calm and professional during these moments was part of the job. He understood the importance of consistency and worked hard to make sure a performance remained strong from start to finish. Even if there were personal challenges or moments of fatigue, he did not let them affect his work on screen. This quiet dedication is often overlooked by audiences, but is one of the reasons why performances in films like Roadhouse feel so natural and believable. The atmosphere of the movie is not just about the setting, but also about the effort and commitment of everyone involved in creating it. When viewers watch the film today, they can still feel the energy and tension that made it special. This lasting impact shows how important atmosphere can be in storytelling. It is not only the characters or the action that make a movie memorable, but also the world in which the story takes place. In the case of Roadhouse, that world feels alive, dangerous, and real, which is one of the main reasons why the film continues to be enjoyed by audiences even after many years as time passed after the release of Roadhouse. The film began to develop a reputation that went far beyond its original expectations. When it first arrived in theaters in 1989, the reaction from critics was mixed. Some reviewers believed the story was too simple, while others felt that the action was too extreme or unrealistic. However, audiences saw something very different in the film. Many viewers were drawn to its straightforward message about standing up to corruption and protecting others, as well as its memorable characters and exciting fight scenes. Over the years, this strong connection with the audience helped the movie grow into what is now known as a cult classic. A cult classic is a film that may not receive universal praise at first, but gains a loyal and passionate fan base over time. In the case of Roadhouse, this popularity continued to increase as new generations discovered the film through television broadcasts, home video, and later streaming platforms. One of the key reasons for this lasting success is the powerful performances delivered by actors like Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott. Their characters, Dalton and Wade Garrett, became symbols of discipline, loyalty, and quiet strength. Fans often found themselves returning to the film not just for the action, but for the emotional connection between these two characters. Another reason for the film's long-lasting appeal is its unique style. Unlike many action movies that rely heavily on special effects or complex plots, Roadhouse focuses on simple storytelling supported by strong performances and a believable setting. This makes it easy for viewers to understand and enjoy, even many years after its release. The film also includes moments of humor and memorable dialogue, which helped it stand out from other movies of its time. Lines like Dalton's famous advice to be nice became widely recognized and are still quoted by fans today. These small but meaningful details added personality to the film and made it more enjoyable to watch repeatedly. Behind the scenes, the journey to create such a lasting movie was not without its challenges. The cast and crew had to work under tight schedules and physical demands, especially during the filming of intense fight scenes. Long hours, repeated takes, and the pressure to perform at a high level could be exhausting. For actors like Sam Elliott, maintaining a calm and focused mindset was essential. He believed strongly in professionalism and understood that every scene, no matter how small, contributed to the overall story, even if there were personal struggles or moments of fatigue. He chose to keep those challenges private and continue giving his best performance. This quiet strength is one of the qualities that made a portrayal of Wade Garrett so believable and respected. It also reflects the idea that sometimes the most important efforts are the ones that happen behind the scenes, away from public attention. As the film continued to grow in popularity, it also began to influence other action movies. Filmmakers started to recognize that audiences appreciated realistic fight scenes, strong character relationships, and simple but meaningful stories. Elements from Roadhouse could be seen in later films that focus on grounded action and emotional depth rather than just visual effects. Today, when people look back at the history of action cinema, Roadhouse is often remembered as an example of how a film can succeed through dedication, authenticity, and strong performances. Its journey from a mixed critical reception to a beloved classic shows that the true impact of a movie is not always measured at the time of its release. Instead, it grows over time as audiences